know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Out, 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 out. 49, check 49, check 49. Check 50, check 50. Check 12, fellas, here we go. Kill, kill, kill. Jim, 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 Jim.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Tight ends on the Lucy, tight ends on the Lucy, tight ends on the Lucy. 21, 21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 180! Check 53. All day, baby. All day, all day, all day. Check the backer, check the backer. Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Check. 11, 11, 11, 11. Crunch. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 11, 11. You want this. Hey, gun, gun.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here we go,
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
I'm coming. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Check, 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 check.
Garoppolo, he's going to give this to Breida on the draw. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on second down. Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a return will stop right around the 25. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
They'll run it with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Hey, check 26. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Rodgers now to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in route. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's go. 11. Go. I got this.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
I got one. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check that.
Two.
You got tape.
On first down, here's Breida. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
13 yards. Brings up 3rd down. That's the end of the first quarter.
We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd and 14 coming up. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
11.
Watch the twist. Kill.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
We got this.
Smith on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the ball. Check three. 26.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
No. 319. Jump out. Inside.
On 3rd down, Rodgers lets this one rip toward Graham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
At the 41-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check three.
21. SOS.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
12.
Watch twins.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Strip that ball.
26. Hey, let go.
59 mark. Check. 59. Pick it up.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Packers.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But we'll see all the adage. When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here we go,
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Topper! 11.
Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here we go. 180.
Check, 42.
1, Omaha.
Who that? Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
On first down, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. That one goes for 24 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play?
Here we go.
They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
21. Here we go.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Intercepted by the Packers. His guys take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Inside.
It's our field. Hey, it's our out.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Forced out to his left. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because...
And he's going to go down again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They continue to look really sharp, Charles, in this third quarter.
Yeah, they've been jet propelled here because they've ended up finding the end zone twice, including what we just saw there. Almost like they grabbed the hammer and fashioned the thunderbolt on that play.
And making that halftime tie a distant memory right now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Jones. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Mike 56.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go with Jones. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rep. Sponge. No. 11.
Here's Breida. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Kill. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Shift. Watch the shift.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They had a great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go, here we go. 180! I got him!
Joker! He's checking!
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. 180! I got him!
Check 43! Check 26, check 26! Check 31, check 31!
This is Breida. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
A 34-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1 in the 2018 season.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go!
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's see what you got.
He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 35.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Let's get it.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Kelly.
To throw is Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On first down, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Check nickel. Get 300. Get 300.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Niners 17, Packers 7.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Switch.
Hey, alert 3, alert 21. Here we go.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here's the party now. Mike 38. Hey, Zoo.
Yo.
Hey, alert.
Now Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Mike 38. Mike 38. Fun. This is game situation. Let's go. Hey, gun. 38. Mike 38. 1, Omaha.
38 for Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
6. Go ahead.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
Check.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he goes out right around the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike spot 9, Mike spot 9.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers, and almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's third down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Rodgers to throw. Complete to Jones. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
an 8-yard pickup.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
He's coming. Don't go over here. He's coming. Double up.
Now Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Box it.
Stay at home.
Running right, Jones. And some space here. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Crosby with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
21. I got you. Mark 30 yards.
All day, dog.
Garoppolo looking to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington.
I don't think you got it, son. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Check 37.
Lock. Go.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete here.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Rodgers now on 1st down. The connection made. It's Graham. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
56.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Rodgers again now. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 30. And again, it's Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. So the victory here for San Francisco. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that